This is Cam Mosier, and welcome to a video in this series, Important Things to Think About. In this video, we're going to talk about the importance of mastery. And the question that's going to guide us, and really ought to guide you throughout your entire educational process, is who will depend on you for your education? Now, sometimes the most valuable parts of education are not the knowledge and skills you gain in studying textbooks and listening to lectures and taking tests. The most valuable parts of education may be things that affect how you live your life. This video is of that nature. Now, if you think about the typical grading scheme that's used in most higher education, it's based on an A, B, C, D, E grading scale, with E meaning that you have really demonstrated competency in less than 60% of the material. D means that you've demonstrated competency in up to 69% of the material. C means that you've demonstrated competency in up to 79% of the material, and B up to 89%, and so forth. A meaning then that you've demonstrated competency in most, if not all, of the material that's appropriate to that program. So what we're going to think about then is who will depend on you for mastery of your education. Now, let's suppose that you have a problem in your home and you ask an electrician to come and work on the problem. What do you assume when that electrician comes to your home? Do you not assume that the electrician is going to be able to diagnose your problem, think of an appropriate solution to the problem, and execute that solution exactly as you need it to be executed? In other words, that this electrician is a master of his or her craft. What do you assume when a plumber shows up at your home? Same thing, that this plumber is going to be able to see the problem, diagnose it correctly, apply an appropriate solution, and leave your home with everything back in ship-shape order. Well, now, think about if you've ever been on a gurney in an operating room, and there you look into the sea of faces surrounding you, all in their green scrubs. There's the physician, there's the assistant physician, there's the anesthetist, there's the nurses and the technicians, and everybody who is surrounding you there who's taking care of your needs while they dig around in your guts. Might it occur to you, as the needle is inserted in your arm and you're on your way into La-La Land, I wonder what the passing grade was to get out of medical school, or the training appropriate to their job. Could they have gotten out of medical school with a B average? That means that it's possible that they could have gotten their credentials and their job as a medical person operating on you by only demonstrating 80% of the available knowledge. And then it occurs to you just before you pass into unconsciousness, is it possible that what they did not demonstrate and may not know is in my gut today? You depend on others for mastery of their craft all the time. You do. You assume that the people you're dealing with around you in your life know what they're doing and can do it effectively. Your education is your preparation for your craft as you express yourself throughout your life in relationship with others. And so are you a master of your craft in all the areas that you're going to express yourself. Think about this. Who will depend on your mastery of your education? They're waiting for you. Customers, clients, patients, employers, neighbors, strangers even, and children, your children that you're going to be raising into their adulthood. Who will depend on your mastery of your education? Now, the only real education to me is a mastery education, and that's an attitude that you have about it. And it's a commitment to the people in your future. And it's a way to live, because you owe it to the people who depend on you. Mastery. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing excellently, whatever it takes. The mastery attitude. It's what I expect from others. Others can count on me for the same. Thank you very much for your attention, and best wishes as we proceed through with an opportunity to master any course that you're taking in your education.